Good afternoon. Welcome to Sparkstone CRM. Just to set the scene very quickly, Sparkstone CRM is much more than just a customer management tool. Customer relationship management is a very broad general description for lots of different pieces of software. So I just want to really set out what Sparkstone CRM is about. It provides you with a system that connects all of your business partners, customers, suppliers, team managed colleagues and advisors, not just prospects. It provides you with an integrated communications management system, combining email, SMS and text messages, Twitter, Facebook, web chat, written and telephone communications all in one place. It's got some fairly strong automation features and automatic messaging, which means that you will never miss another inbound communication. And at the same time, using templates allows you to have standard responses that you can easily customize on the fly and indeed extend the library of the templates according to how your business processes develop and your relationships change. We've got some excellent reporting inside the system, which allows you to set targets on activity levels, which is really important when you're coming to manage staff at home. When you integrate Sparkstone CRM with a whole host of other applications, it becomes the glue that really enables your business to act in a very efficient way and enables your team to perform. So clear visualizations of your data mean that users can easily understand what's going on in the real world. And because they can do that, they can really enhance your customers' experience in working with you. And that, of course, drives growth every step of the way. Your entire team can know how the business is doing at the click of a button, any time of day or night. And in fact, if they don't want to click a button, they don't want to come to a screen, then automatic report distribution means that it's in their inbox when they do come to their desk. So without going into this too much more detail, let's just start with the login screen. This, as I say, is the first of a few videos on Sparkstone CRM and trying to give you a look and feel of how it works. What we've got is the company logo, so you can put your logo in here. You can, individual users have got user profiles attached to them, which determines what rights they've got within the system, what they can and can't do. At the bottom, we've also got a version number telling you where you are in the software. On the right-hand side, we've got a configurable area which shows, in this case, I've picked some RSS feeds from the BBC, but you can also get Sparkstone news and tips, and indeed the company's Twitter feed for search terms, if that's useful to you. So moving on from there, if we just log in to the software, we've then got, sorry, missed clicks, a dashboard. So I'm going to use the word configurable and user configurable quite a lot. Everything that you see is configurable and can be controlled by your system administrator. We've got lots and lots of menus and lots of actions and things to go over at the moment. So the first thing I'm going to do is just talk about the top bar. We've got the star menu, which allows us to see who's logged in, to get to back office using the admin cog, some quick links, some favorites if you like, recent items access, my dashboards, because you can have more than one dashboard set up, my links to my grids and enterprise links to enterprise links, and in fact there's another one there which is not showing you, which is branch links to your department or branch that you're working in. Version number there, and let's move on. The home button takes us back to the home, where you can see this dashboard that we're looking at the moment, and the recent items here shows us all the decent things, recent items we've been into before, whether it's opportunities or contacts. In fact, we separate the contacts out just for quick access, showing their email address and their phone number. So you can just bring them from looking at the numbers if you wanted to. The currently logged in user shows there, or indeed the currently selected contacts, and that has a whole menu of things that we can do to go and see opportunities and projects and tasks. We'll see that again in a minute. We've got some more features here about adding actions to it. On the right hand side, we've got create new contacts, scheduler views, basket views if we're taking sales on the system, search button, and alerts and notification as well. If we look at the dashboard in itself, we've got some different elements. This, as I say, all of the dashboards are completely configurable. You've got this one here as a search widget, we call them widgets that go on here, a quick links widget for more shortcuts straight, so you don't have to go into a menu to do something. We've got tiles going across that show some summary information. In this case, for example, new opportunities created in the last 30 days is 6, which is 5 up from the previous period. We've got some widgets that are graphical in their display, and then we've got some widgets that are tabular in their display, and we've got some tasks scheduled for next week as well, so we can see these. These are all click through, so you can click through to them, but that's really going on. If I go with the smart search, we've got 2 different sorts of search. We've got a predictive search, starting Smith, and I start getting some results for it. I can quickly go through those results if I wanted to. Alternatively, I can go to one of the search over here. This one is the multi-search, and if I type on Smith again and press return, then I get all of the contacts in there that have got Smith somewhere in there. I've got their phone numbers, their email addresses, and this time if I was to click on the phone numbers, I could log a call with them, or I could click on their email address and write email to them at the same time. So that's the search utilities, the quick links I've covered off. If I want to go to enterprise opportunities, to see my enterprise opportunities, let's open that grid so that we can actually see what's in there. We can go in, we've got again, I'm going to use the word user configurable. I can specify my columns that I want to see, what pieces of data do I want. I've decided I want to see the contact, the opportunity, who the main person in that business is, what sort of opportunity it is, and what their phone number is, and the values here. If I wanted to group that, then I can quickly click the group by, drag the stage, and let's just group them by stage, and I can see awaiting quote, and I can go down, I can see awaiting reports and deals, and then they're automatically grouped for us for easy access. If I wanted to export to Excel, all I have to do, let's just say with grouping for a minute, let's just put that grouping back on, and we'll do it by type this time. We'll see this, switch it on and off. You'll see the type there, I've got my business rentals. If I now export all the records to Excel, I'll open that up. Oh, it's gone near the screen, just drag that over. This is the export that's just been done with estimated close dates. And as you can see, it's actually exported the grouping as well. And the total is ready for us to use in the Excel spreadsheet if we wanted to. So we've got lots of functionality, and that's on all of the grids. Any column can be searched and sorted, subtotaled, as we've just seen, and you can filter for particular values, or indeed search for particular values. If I just wanted to search for Harry, click on the search, and it will go and get me the results relating where there's Harry mentioned in text in any of the keywords for opportunities. So it's very flexible, it's very fast to use things. We've got an excellent way of exporting to Excel. But if we go back to the dashboard for a minute, so we're just going to click on the home button and go and look at opportunities. I can go and see the opportunities on the right side. And I want to show you, this is just a list of opportunities. This is what we call a grid. And what I want to do now is really open up some more information. And I've got 2 ways of doing that. I can either do what we call the row expanders, and open up the expander and see, well, there's some more opportunity information here, some notes about this opportunity, some quote notes if I had quotes on it. This is called row expanders. This works terribly well on iPad formats and tablet formats. Or I can open up the right-hand view, and I'm going to click on Citanella's one here, just so I've got some information to look at. I can make this a bit narrower, so just see the fields easier. And Sparkstone CRM is incredibly configurable. This was done for a car rentals business as a demonstration. We'll see some things relating to insurance claims, and we'll see some things relating to telemarketing businesses. What I've got here is some extra information. When I click on this row of an opportunity, I can see the opportunity on the right-hand side, and I can see I've got some tabs here with extra information, one of which is called car details. So you've got user configurable tabs, user configurable fields, user definable fields. You can add as much in as you want. You can put it onto the windows in the way that you want to do. And I want to see, this is a business rental, they're requiring it by the 25th of Feb. I can see how much deposit they want to pay on this one, what the monthly budget is, or the vehicle, what type of things. I can see all of these things, but this is just one view of this data. And if I wanted to, I can also see, this is the opportunity. If I want to see more detailed information about the contact, in this case, Citronella, I can see that Citronella, this is their phone number, this is Catherine Wells as their main contact. If I want to see everything that's gone on with this customer without leaving the screen, I can click on contact history and see a bubble view, pretty much like a text conversation view of all of the things that have gone on, including outbound emails, demonstration notes, SMSs that have gone out, meeting notes that have happened, and so on. So you've got everything in one place in a very quick way to get at it. This is one way of looking at it. If I close the right view for a minute and say, well, actually, going back to the home button, let's just go and see enterprise opportunities. Let's go and see this in a different format. Let's go and see where our opportunities have got to in what's called a Kanban view. I can simply click on the Kanban view, and it opens it up with record cards, and I can change things between different stages. And what's really cool now is if I click on one of these, it'll take me through to the detailed record in a nice big screen. If I go back to the Kanban view and open the right-hand view and click on it, I open that record here. And if I say, actually, this is the no longer stored, this is going to be deferred, and save that one, then it will move it over. And equally well, if I take this IT system and move it over into this the stored column, I can look on this opportunity, and I can see the information. We'll load it in a moment on this one. Let's go back to our Jupyter Records one so I can see that. And I can change the value. So this one here is 1437. Let's just deal with this one. Let's say that's 2,500 now. Change that there and save that information. We'll see that that dynamically updates onto the card in real time. So we've got some fairly useful information. We've got what sort of opportunity is it, who's the company, what's their phone number, on the end, who's the main contact. We've got the estimated close date showing on this one, who the user is, who's looking after it. So I said if this inquiry inbound was to progress a bit more, just scroll down to the value field and change that and update that up. Just put 5,000 in. You can have any values you want, just as what I just typed in, and we can see now that value is updated on that one as well. So good ways of doing it, but that's not the limit of visualizing data. We've also got map views. If I just said, actually, let me see where these are on a map, where are these based, and we can do this on contacts and tasks and things. We can actually see the map points for each of these, and again, we can see the renewal quote on this one, the inquiry inbound, the telephone system for Sergio, all showing the same information. So incredibly powerful data presentation right out of the box, whether you want to see it on the map or whether you want to see it in a Kanban or whether you just want a grid that you can export to Excel and see information that way you can update without leaving the screen. It's incredibly powerful and gives you a lot of control. There's also scheduler views where you can actually see the dates, the date view of the opportunities in this case. Probably easy to see that one on task, which I'll show you in a separate video. And also quick filters. So you can go through and just say, show me the closed won opportunities we've got. I can see all the closed ones. And if I wanted to, I could then group by user, and we could see which users have done which sales. If we can see Alan's done some sales and Dave's done some sales, we could export out really quickly. All the data is there, and it's all at the top level very quickly to get to. The grid views, as I say, are really what's useful to you. I can show you another form of grid view. Let's just choose one of the contacts. If I go back to the enterprise dashboard for a moment and just choose Lambert Flooring, for example. This takes me through to Lambert Flooring. I'm not going to go into too much information here. I've got a quick conversation view that I can use, so I can see the conversations view. I've got a quick information tab which shows me the main contact details, the last time we spoke to them, last time it was cleaned as data. We've got lots of information on here. If I, for example, I look at the profile view for this customer, I can see that they've been qualified or not, and all of this is user configurable. The sections, the money, section, the authority, the needs, all very familiar to salespeople, I'm sure. But you can configure whether you want these sections, what fields you want, what the questions are for answering to actually qualify your leads. But if I just go to the profile menu for a minute and look at relationships, I can see who is Lambert Flooring connected to and what's the relationship. In fact, most of these are employer-employee ones, so I can just show you very quickly that we've got another view type under here called an organization chart, and right out of the box it will do organization charts, and you can use these relationships both internally and externally to describe how your contacts are connected to each other within the business, and an organization chart in this case, or how they're connected outside the business to distributors, to resellers, to business groups. So you can actually draw group organization charts with them and explore exactly who you need to mail to influence business decisions, or see who's been buying things in one part of the group but not in other parts of the group to enhance your sales process. So we've got lots of information already there. If I now go back to the form views, actually let's go and look at the tasks for a minute. I just want to go and see very quickly. I'll just go to my tasks. And what I'm going to do here is just show one more feature, and then I'm going to wrap this video up for the moment, and we'll do the stuff in the next one here. I've got lots of different task types. You've got unlimited task types that you can create. Here's a list of things that I'm supposed to be doing, and dates, time, plan start times, all those sorts of things. Still got all the same views. You can still go and look at these in a Kanban form, so you could move them between statuses, or you could organize the team's work by moving it between different people. You've got a calendar view and a map view of where your tasks are going to be, and that will then route your tasks, and it will show you how long it will take to get from appointment to appointment. It's not what I want to do at the moment. What I want to do for the minute is just show you one very quick thing. Imagine I'm a telemarketer. I can save a list of calls that I've got to do. What I want to do is go and look at my follow-up calls. So actually, I'll just do this from scratch here. If I just go and say, show me my follow-up calls, and I could save this as a list so that every time I came in, it's dynamically updated. When I've done this, once I can actually click onto the individual tasks, what we can see is I've got some very quick result codes. I can just quickly write my notes. So imagine I'm a telemarketer. I've just whizzed down my calls. I've just realized my calls, my phone number is not in quite the right place to make this easy. So I can just very quickly go and grab the main contact's telephone number. It is visible, but I'm just going to raise it in the order of the thing and put it after the main contact so I can see it. And now we've got the main contact phone number just showing there as well. So I can just run down my list of calls. I can see who I've got to speak to straight away. Over here on the right-hand side, I've got all the information. I can record the answers to this call. I've got quick buttons. They need me to call back. I couldn't get through, or I didn't manage to clean the detail. They've got a meeting request and I need to do it. I can automate follow-on actions and follow-up messages to those things. Again, I'll show you those in a separate demonstration. I've got all the contact information, so I can always add more information on here. I can always go and edit their addresses and add some more address information in, or another postcode. I can see that qualification data in a nice, simple to update way here. I've got the contact history, so I can see everything that's been said to them before. I can email them from here. But if I go back to this, I can just say, call back. It already fills in the text. All I have to do is click save, and I'm on to my next call. A very, very quick way of telemarketers working with the data without having to leave the screen that they're on, and more of this to follow in subsequent demos. But I'm sure you'll see just how much power this system can give you and your team to working with your clients and your customers and your prospects in the fastest way possible. More to follow, but thank you very much for your time. We'll stop this one for the minute, and hopefully you've enjoyed what you've seen, and can ask some more questions.